Alright everyone, so today we're going to be discussing the new Sugo-Fest exclusive Nami, the summertime Nami that's going to come out. She is a regular Sugo-Fest exclusive. She is not a Kizuna TM or Pirate Rumble unit. She is just a regular unit. She's going to be available in all banners after her own. She's going to be available in every red ticket. So you don't need to worry about her. She's not very exclusive. Alright. She's going to be releasing with another Sugo-Fest exclusive, that is Yamato and Otama. This one right here. These units are inspired by the color spirit of chapter 1083. You can see the Nami right here, Yamato and Otama right here. Other units from this artwork, will also be receiving rare recruits. I know the Boa Hancock and the Ulti are also going to be receiving rare recruits. The other units, we don't know if they will get characters in the game or not, but expect some variation of them as free-to-play characters or something of the sort. Now discussing the main character, that is Nami. We just got a Super Sugo-Fest exclusive Nami in the 11th anniversary, so I don't know why they're releasing another Nami. They could have released someone else as the Sugo-Fest exclusive from the waifus. We know there was a lot of options, but I guess Nami is the most popular one. She is a strength, striker and cerebral character. She, in her special, she can work, she's kind of a rainbow unit, as in her boosts and utility aren't really for a specific class or type. There are only a few conditions. So one thing is, this first line says that she inflicts paralysis to the enemy, not going through immunity, just regular, but she can make it go through immunity through another condition. This is the base utility, which is that it reduces crew's despair and attack down by 6 turns. Good utility, not mind-boggling, not game-breaking. A lot of characters can do this, but still really good utility. Gives a 2.5 conditional boost to paralysis and ignited enemies. Nami has no way to ignite the enemy, so I don't know why the ignited one is there. Still good that she has it. She does give it to paralysis, and she does inflict paralysis. That's good. 2.5 is also a good conditional boost. This is one of the conditions, is that if your captain is a striker or cerebral class character, gives you a chain boundary for 3.25 to 35. 3.25 is a good enough chain boundary. If a captain is a striker or cerebral, recently we've been getting a lot of striker and cerebral support. We had Roger Religaban, Rox Pirates, and now Dragon and Ginny are cerebral support. Rox Religaban and Rox Pirates for striker support. We had Versus Law, who is a good striker character. So these are really good captains. You have 10 Tiny Shanks, who's a cerebral character. He's a really good character to use here as well. So she gives a chain boundary 3.25, is pretty good. Now the other condition is when 3 or more Straw Hat Pirates and or Paramithia are on the crew, or when crew has ability to overheal. Ignoring max HP limit is overheal. So 3 or more Straw Hats and or Paramithia, one important thing to note is that she does count as a Straw Hat Pirates. So you actually only need two more Straw Hat Pirates or Paramithia. The tags in this game aren't complete, so there are a lot of Straw Hat characters that don't have their tags, a lot of Paramithia characters that don't have their tags, but still Straw Hats and Paramithias I think have the most tags in the game, because there are just so many Straw Hat characters and so many Paramithia characters. That's a lot of options, and you just need 2 more because you're going to be using her obviously as one. Now, and overheal, there's a lot of characters that inflict overheal. If you're thinking about striker characters of overheal, there are a lot of Shirahoshis in the game. Shirahoshi Mancheri, they give overheal. Versus Law also gives overheal, so that's going to be good. What it allows you to do when you fulfill the condition is it allows you to inflict paralysis through immunity, and it extends the duration of the chain boundary by 2 turns, or lock chain multiplier by 2 turns, and boosts your boosts your conditional boost by 0.25. So the paralysis will go through immunity, and the conditional boost is boosted by 0.25, giving you a 2.75 conditional boost guaranteed, which is pretty good. And the chain boundary becomes a 3-turn chain boundary. So chain boundary being 3 turns is really good because it doesn't actually count as a beneficial effect. So when the enemy removes your beneficial effects, chain boundary does not count as that. It actually counts as a negative effect. So you can get the chain boundary for 3 turns guaranteed. This is overall a pretty good special, getting 2.75 conditional boost, despair and attack down removal, and a 3.25 chain boundary. Pretty good overall. Moving on to a captain ability, she's a regular Sugo-Fest, so don't expect anything crazy from a captain. Heals cruise HP by 25,000 at the start of Battle 3. Not very useful, kind of niche, but there is a use for that later on. Boost strength, striker, cerebral by 5.75 when HP is full, 5.25 otherwise. She boosts one color, two classes, good enough boosting. 5.75 when HP is full, that's decent, not at the level of some of the Super Sugo-Fest exclusives we had in the anniversary. Obviously, characters like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Kizaru reached 7.8 times. Rocks Pirates could go even to above 8 times. So 5.75 is pretty low, but 5.75 is still respectable. Dragon and Ginny that just released are 5.75 captains, but 5.25 otherwise is pretty low. You're only going to be using her for the utility that's going to come down here, not really as your main captain. She is a regular Sugo-Fest exclusive after all. Boost strength and striker cerebral fast HP by 1.3, not very special. Mixed crew strength and tandem slots have matching slot effects, good matching slots. Heals crew's HP by 3000, that's good. If you have double Nami, that's 6000. If you have auto heal sockets, that's 7000. If you have the whole ship, that's 8000 HP at the end of every single turn. That's really good healing. That's really good healing. So you're gonna be at full HP most of the time unless you have like a massive hit. So it does help her crew. 3000 HP is a lot, not to be slept on. And this is her utility. The main part of why I'm going to be using her: reduces paralysis, burn duration inflicted by the enemy by 10 turns to captain ability if amount of HP beyond, if overhealed essentially more than 50,000. But the interesting thing about this is that her captain ability that heals 25,000, obviously if you have double Nami, it will heal 50,000 in the start of Battle 3. It doesn't overheal. So you can't actually do that. There is a way, there is no way for her to overheal actually in her own kit. So you have to use overheal through someone else, which really hurts the character, and that's the only way for her to get her utility. And honestly, paralysis and burn isn't the greatest utility. Paralysis, we already have a cerebral striker character that removes paralysis in Uta, and burn isn't really that important. I mean, if it's on the final stage, you can just ignore it. Kizaru removes burn, and it doesn't have any real conditions to it. So the captain ability is overall okay, not super great, but she is a regular legend. You can't expect much from her. Crewmate ability, heals crew by 600, pretty good. Boosts crew's base attack and base recovery by 100, and reduces crew's paralysis by 1 turn. This is important. Reducing crew's paralysis is an underrated effect. It could come in handy. She does have super tandem, that's her limited potential ability. At final battle, when 2 or more of the following characters are on the crew. So the thing is that all of the straw hats aren't actually boosted. If all of the straw hats were boosted, this would make it so much better because of a special effect that requires you to have 3 or more straw hat pirates. If you have 1 her and 2 more straw hat pirates, you fulfill this effect, and you would fulfill the super tandem as well as the super type. But the straw hats aren't included in this. Only Robin is, which, I get it. It's for the color spread. These are all the characters that were on the color spread that's going to be releasing in this upcoming batch. But if you just had the straw hats, it would make this character so much more usable. But regardless, one important thing to note here is Charlotte Linden, Big Mom, who does count as in the Rocks Pirate, who is a strength striker character. So I think that this character will have good synergy with Big Mom, that is the Rocks Pirates. Applies tandem boost of 2.25 to strength striker cerebral for 1 turn. Boosts base attack by 800 for user of final tap, not that great. 800 pretty low. 2.25 is a usable super tandem, but honestly we have free to play super tandems that are 2.25, and think this is level 5, right? You're not getting this at level 1. So to level 5 you have to pull 4 copies of this unit, and who's going to pull that much? So super tandem kind of underwhelming. Need 2 taps, sorry. If it had the straw hats as a condition, it would be so much better. Moving on, a super type, when 2 or more of the following characters are on the crew, same characters. Again, if this had the straw hats, it would be so much better because it will fulfill her special and a super type regardless. Changes strength to super strength. This is not an EX super, by the way, just a regular super type. Changes strength to super strength. Heals crew by 10,000, not going through overheal. Changes character slot including block, ignoring an inability to change super block, Wano and rainbow slot to tandem. So you get a guaranteed tandem mob But Glowing Super Block is good, but Wano and Rainbow, I mean, is tandem really better? Her super tandem isn't that great, but Nami is used in a lot of super tandems because she is a Straw Hat character after all. Boost the chain multiplier by 1.2 for 2 turns. In the Japanese version, actually, if we go up here to Nami's abilities and in her super type, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is a super type. This is plus 1.2. It's not a chain multiplicative boost, it's a chain addition. And 1.2 chain addition is honestly for 2025 pretty low. The important thing of this is that it can activate as a crewmate. That is good, getting a guaranteed tandem arm, healing the crew, super strength, and a chain addition. Pretty good, not that great. The best thing about this character is her special ability, getting that utility, guaranteed conditional boost, and chain boundary for 3 turns. Pretty good. The rest of stuff, not that great. The support effect, strength, Straw Hat Pirate characters. Again, this is a tag, so not all of the Straw Hat Pirates have gotten tags, which makes this actually pretty limited. Once per quest, when the supported character activates, the special reduces through his attack down by 1 turn and locks chain multiplier to 2.5 for 1 turn. Pretty good. Nothing to complain. Pretty niche, probably just because of the tag. If it actually had all the characters listed out, it would be better than the tag, because not all the characters have the tag, but that's okay. Now moving on to Rumble. The thing with Nami as a Rumble unit is that we have Nami Karina, who is one of the best Rumble units, and the new Super Sugo-Fest exclusive Nami is also such a good Rumble unit. So we don't really know where this is gonna go. She does boost strength, so maybe in the strength team we'll see. Rumble special recovers HP of strength and striker class teammates by 3 times. Targets strength and striker class teammates not including self for self CT 20% reduction, and targets Straw Hat Pirates for shield level 5. Bad special, honestly just a bad special. Shield level 5 is good, healing is good, CT reduction is good, she is a good supporter type unit, but honestly I just don't see why you would use this instead of Nami Karina. You can use it in a striker team. There is a striker team with Rocks Pirates and this character and a bunch of other characters. Her Rumble super special, after getting hit by enemies Rumble special 2 times, heal 4.5 recovery, 500 HP per interval, 40% reduction, and level 7 shield. Not the best super special, and again this is level limit break level 5, sorry. So this is after getting it to level 150, pulling so many copies of this unit, probably not ever going to see this. Rumble ability level 5, HP up level 6, recovery level 6, defense level 6, Straw Hats for attack level 5. Good Rumble ability, but again, strength, striker, Straw Hats. There aren't really that many striker Straw Hats. There are a bunch of strength Straw Hats, like the 8.5 Annie, sorry, is it 9.5 Annie, Luffy that came out with the Film Red celebration. An amazing Rumble unit that's a strength Straw Hat, obviously. So it does work for him. It can be used, this Nami can be used as a support character, but she isn't like game breaking, right? She isn't gonna revolutionize the meta. She's just a good enough character. That's it. GP burst, she doesn't have one, and that's it. We're going to be discussing the Yamato and Otama in the next video, so tune in for that. She is actually worse than Nami. So this batch overall, I don't think you should pull for them. It's just a normal Sugo-Fest. There is the half-year anniversary Sugo-Fest in November. That's when the next Super Sugo-Fest are going to drop. Ideally, just save your gems for that. And honestly, I would even say don't even save your gems for that. Save it for the New Year's. New Year's, you usually get some of the best characters. Last year's New Year's wasn't the best. But remember, last year, we got Zoro Sanji, which still to this day is the best legend in the game. So, save for New Year's, don't spend for these guys. If you have money, obviously you can spend. Good artwork. And overall, that's it. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section. I'll be sure to answer every single one of them. Subscribe for more Treasure Cruise content. Thank you for watching.